thanks to Salem's Market and Grill. Every Thursday when Chris Hoke is here, man, first of all, they bring in all kinds of treats, including these wings.
These wings are unbelievable.
Phenomenal. I'm
And
from
the gyro,
Buffalo. I know a good
gyro's
wing.
good too.
It's great.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to head down there to their place down the strip, down at 2923 Penn Avenue, because that's where the food's at.
Appetizers for family gatherings, big party platters. These chicken wings are phenomenal, as I said.
Perfect for like football Sunday, right?
That's exactly right.
What about this week against the Clemson Pitt game? Perfect for that, too.
There you go.
Any kind of football, I would wager to say. What about your BYU, what are they, the Cougars?
They stink.
They do stink, huh?
I'm not even going to respond to that because Cookie just said they stink.
Well, they lost 2 in a row, right? They were like 10th in the country.
They're dealing with some injuries right now. They're working through it, right? They had their quarterback. They had a quarterback injury, injuries on the offensive line, right? We had a injury to our really a first day draft pick inside linebacker who had 17 tackles in the first game. We're working through some things.
These wings are phenomenal, aren't they, Hokie?
They're delicious.
I can't get over them.
All right, Hokie, are you buying Baltimore after what they did to the Chargers the other day?
I am buying
5-1.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive.
Really impressive, and I'll buy Baltimore just because Lamar Jackson, the guy, he makes plays when he has to, and when he'll come out and he'll play a lukewarm first half, and second half he's lights out, and he's hot, and that defense is always going to be very physical. And that's one thing about the Ravens. They're always going to go out there and they're going to play smash mouth football, and that's the identity they've had since John Harbaugh's been there.
And I think the Steelers and Bengals and Browns are all going to stick around. That was an impressive performance. They also needed a blown call and a 66-yard field goal to beat the Lions. I don't love the Ravens' defense. I don't know. That game, it was a great performance against Herbert, but I don't think they're going to run away from the pack. Do you?
Well, right now they're they're a game and a half ahead of the Bengals. Everybody's got to keep winning, and I think the Steelers got a good shot here to kind of hold serve as they've got, in my opinion, a little soft schedule here in the next month. When you go to Cleveland, it'd be tough for playing there, but a little softer than we would have thought probably in the summer. You got Chicago and you got Detroit.
You better win both of those home games.
I think you got to go 3-0 right there because the Steelers after that have a tough schedule.
Now, you and I were talking off the air. We're both Joe Burrow guys. He's the real deal, isn't he? And again,
really like him.
He should be as the number 1 overall pick. I said it before the year. I'm not right about anything. I'm wrong about everything. I just said at the beginning of they're not pushovers anymore.
No.
Don't sleep on them. They spent a lot of money on their defense. And he gives them a chance.
Well, that's the thing. When you have a franchise quarterback, and you look at all the good teams, and there are some instances that are the exception, not the rule, where you don't have a franchise quarterback and you can still win. But to win consistently, you've got to have a franchise quarterback, and he is a franchise quarterback. And they are going to be a team to reckon with for the next decade.
These chicken wings are phenomenal, aren't they, Hokie?
I'll tell you what. They are really, really good.
So you and I are going to eat them between
here's the problem.
He's not.
You're eating warm food right now because Cookie and I are talking. You're eating.
Exactly.
And my
we
food's
both
going to be
get
cold.
Chances to eat.
Yeah.
You don't.
Nope. That's okay, though.
Are these egg rolls, these other things? What
I
are they?
need to grab one.
Samosas, they're called.
Samosas or tomosas or baklava. I don't know what. It's something like that.
It's absolutely phenomenal. Back to the AFC North. And back to the Bengals. Do you honestly believe they are for real? You think they're? Give me a win total. Give me a win total for the Bengals.
It all depends on injuries can happen.
I know, but assuming they stay the way they are, relatively healthy, how many are they going to win? And who's going to win the division?
Well, they're 4-2 right now. So if you look at it, I do think that the Ravens will end up winning this division. I do. I really think the Ravens will do it. But I believe the Bengals will be there at the end, put up enough fight. It could be close. I think you're going to have, and that's weird with a 17-game schedule. I think they could be 11-6.
Wow.
That's in the playoffs.
Steelers in the playoffs, yes or no?
I have them right now, yes. I think that the Steelers are going to find a way to squeak in. And it's going to be, they might have a 9-8 schedule. They may have a 10-7 schedule, record, I'm sorry. But I think that they will find a way to squeak in.
Cincinnati is at Baltimore this week.
That's going to be a great game. That'll be telling, right? Because if you think about it, Cincinnati now playing at Baltimore, which is a very difficult place to play, played there. And if the Ravens can take this one, they'll have a 2.5 game lead on the Bengals. If the Bengals can take it, they're going to have a half game lead on the Ravens.
Do you watch Pitt football at all, Hokie?
I do.
Have you
I
seen
mean,
Kenny Pickett play?
My understanding is that he is a real good quarterback, and I have to, give it up for his coach too. The coach, he's a great offensive coordinator they brought in here.
Mr. Whipple, you know him?
Yeah, well, yeah, I know Whipple. Coach Whipple was he coached here with the Steelers when I was here.
Yeah,
and
I didn't know if the defensive
he left
guys
here.
got in.
Listen, we know all the
coaches.
we get to know them. We're all together. We spend more time with the coaches and the players than we do with our families during the season. We travel together, during the season.
He's Mr. Football. I had to tell him they're playing Clemson this week. He didn't know. And I said, you got to take your boy to the game. He's going to, right?
Yeah, I'm going to take my boy to the game. Honestly, there's so many things going on. I'm in the film room watching the Steelers, man. I don't have any time for anything else, Starkey.
He's preparing for our show.
That's it.
So that's what he's
That's
doing.
it.
And eating.
Tell
people about
and I got my kids. What's that? Tell people what?
About a typical workday for an NFL player. So you go in. Let's say on a Thursday.
On Thursday.
Today.
Yeah.
Today's a big day. It might be the biggest day.
Wednesday's probably the biggest day because Wednesday's the install day, right? They install the game plan for that week, and Thursday you go in there. Now it's another.
What time? What time do you get in?
Well,
Tell
it depends
about your day.
The first meeting's about 8:30, right? The first meeting, special teams meetings at 8:30, and so all those surrounding special teams need to be there. But you try to get there early to get some extra film study in. You get guys get workouts in, some maintenance on your body. But that first special teams meeting up in the team room is at 8:30. The team meeting comes at 9. Now they may have adjusted those times a little bit when I was playing, and then you're in meetings from 9. You have the team meeting, and then you roll right into defensive and offensive unit meetings, and then you go over whatever. When I was there, Coach LeBeau wanted to talk about, or what Bruce Arians wanted to talk about because he was offensive coordinator when I was there, and other coaches as well. But that was one later in my career, and then after we meet as a unit. And sometimes we watch the film we always watch the film from the day before, whether you watch it as a unit or as a position, that depends. Then we break down from that and we go down to position meetings, right? So then we'll all have our different rooms. We'll go meet at the D-line, and then we go over the practice the day before, but for sure we're watching film for our opponent. So we're watching film. We watch cut-ups. We don't watch it like a game go all the way through. We'll watch cut-ups like first down runs, second down runs, right? We'll watch third down passes. We'll watch it by packages, right? Which meaning we'll want it by who's on the field. 3 receivers, 1 back, 1 tight end, which we call kings, right? Kings runs. We'll watch queens runs or whatever they like to run with the formation they like to have in the game and they're heavy with. We'll watch film on that just to get familiar with what they're doing. Then we'd go out for a walkthrough. I know they've changed this up now since I've been gone. A walkthrough. Then lunch, then practice, and then you come back and watch film and you have meetings after.
Now, you always spoke highly of John Mitchell, your defensive line
Yeah.
coach. What makes a good coach in those meetings? And I mean, just the technique he teaches, what he points out?
Yeah, that's a good question. I've never been quiet about this. I love Coach Mitch, one of the best coaches I ever played for, and he taught me how to play football at a high level in terms of technique. He always focused on technique. And one of the things that stands out to me, and I tell my kids all the time, don't try to win. Play good technique. Play good technique and you'll win, right? And a lot of guys go out there and try to win. And when you try to win, and what I'm meaning is win your matchup, win that play, sometimes you get high or you get out of position because you're trying to do things that it's not good technique. If you go out there and play good technique, you'll be in position to make a play. Coach Mitch had a keen eye for technique, and so he knew how to teach it. And then when we watch film, he knew how to, help us just fine tune that technique. And he didn't care about, what he cared about was effort, technique and effort. And if we didn't play good technique, we didn't have good effort. He was on us.
Hokie, you're a wonderful man. I know Ron agrees.
I love being with you guys.
Now let the man eat.
I know.
his
Look at
lunch.
that.
What do you make of Horse back there with his Broncos shirt?
Well,
Do you see that
what I
Broncos
thought,
shirt?
what I thought was interesting for Horst though is that they came in with a plate of apples.
Did they?
And he quickly went out and pulled
and
them
oats.
and oats. Yeah.
He loves those.
Maybe a bale of hay.
Who's going to win tonight? Last thing, give me a prediction on that.
Oh man.
You like Case Keenum?
Yeah, I do. I just think that the Browns will have a lot to overcome. So I think it's gonna be a tough one for them.
Wow. All right, Hokie. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.